Welcome to Iconic Production. Monday is the home of the heroes on the edge of desolation. We will return to the Obsidian Souls in a few weeks, but until then we are going to stretch our legs with some new characters. My name is Chris, and I will be enjoying the GM's chair. My name is Chris. I'm not sure if I'm going to be enjoying the GM's chair, but I'm going to do my very best. We're going to continue exploring the 13th age in an adventure called the Strangling Sea. So let's meet the rest of our cast of characters. The 13th age in an adventure called the Strangling Sea. Apologies for the difficulties with the other sound and the echo and the other pieces. Let's get started with Paul and Rachel to introduce characters.
Thank you. So I will be playing Wes Raga, formerly known as Wes, or unformerly, I guess. I'm a paladin dwarf, and my one unique thing is that I was part of the, sorry, let me double check. I don't know how to explain my one unique thing. That's not good. Here, Rachel, you go. Anyways.
Well, that's okay. Actually, that is a brilliant way to bring in other pieces, Paul. So I offered to do this as a two-shot to help my friends out and throw together some character sheets. So Paul, with Wes Raga, one of the unique things was that you were part of the Orc War, and there was an apparition of doom that appeared to you during the war at the Hand of Dragons. Now, I'm not sure exactly what that means. I'm not sure how you might have taken that, but something appeared to you during the Orc War that spoke of doom at the Hand of Dragons.
Cool. So that's me. I'm a paladin.
My character's name is Lady Fezrika. I am a dragonic paladin, which I'm super excited about. It's gonna be awesome. Yeah. Do you want me to talk about the one unique thing, or what do you want me to talk about?
You can, if you like. I think just name and race and class would be a great place to start.
Perfect. That's me, Lady Fezrika.
I think Abby should go.
Yes, Abby.
I'll go. My name is Priestess. I am a Tiefling Ranger. I am super excited about this because I love the animals in nature more than people.
I am Mr. Roberts, and I am a halfling bard. And my one unique thing is that I once, completely and utterly on accident, charmed an entire orc army.
That's awesome.
I definitely see some relationships building between the two of us here.
Yes, indeed. Oh, there's our last
I
one.
might have to know more.
A problem. My character's name is Varaya. She is a Goliath fighter. And her one unique thing is that she is never lost.
So for those of you watching at home, God, that's a terrible joke, and I'm so sorry, but I could not help myself but make it. 13th Age lends itself towards a lot of different aspects of creativity and incorporating other TTRPGs. And as the GM, I accidentally agreed to allowing Lee to make the character a giant. There is not specifically a giant class in this game. So for those of you who are interested in working on that, essentially I modeled it off of the half-orc class here and expanded from there. So there's a couple of pieces that harken to another RPG, but that's just the simple piece of it. And really, one of the things that I love about 13th Age is the way that role-playing takes a big step in here, and it's how the people flesh out these characters in their own ways. So that is my excuse for something that's not exactly in the rule book. Now, moving forward for this evening, again, I'm going with a delightful written piece called The Strangling Sea. I've been a GM in the past. I'm not going to make any excuses for anything else, but this is where we are going to begin. You know what? I just said that, and really I'm making an excuse for myself. So here is how we are going to start. We're going to start with icon relationship roles, where each of us will roll a d6 in regards to the icon relationships that we have, and those can come into play later. So everyone roll your icon relationships and tell me where they're at. Who's first?
I got a 5 and a 6 with the Great Gold Worm.
Very nice.
I got a 6 with the 3 and nothing of significance with the Diabolist.
Okay, thank you.
I got a 6 with the 3.
Interesting. And for the people in the room not too far from me, they are struggling with their D6 apparently.
No, I'm teaching Marty how to
I'm
play.
learning. I've never played it.
Oh, well, we should do more with that, because that's a wonderful piece that we try to illustrate with Iconic Productions, is how people that might be familiar with other games and other methodologies can jump right into these shenanigans.
I got 2 6s for the 3, just so you're aware.
Wow. The 3 are going to be very influential this game.
Marty got a 6 for the Priestess and nothing else, but it might be good to, because I haven't explained this part, it might be good to explain to him what this all means.
So within 13th Age, icon relationships are essentially, we're having a good laugh about things because now you can see her behind me in the kitchen. Essentially, icon relationships are, icons are influential people within the sphere of the game. They may or may not be deities. They might just be mysterious characters that wander about the realms of the world. And so with these icon relationships, there's not just any one way to go about things. There's positive, there's conflicted, there's negative. You might be positive if you're in favor with the 3, for example. You might be negative because they want to kill you. But for Marty in particular, I'm just going to flip over really quick. The Priestess is one that hears all the gods of light and speak for those who please her. She's part oracle, part mystic, and part metaphysical engineer, since she created the cathedral, an ever-expanding temple with rooms or entire wings for each of the faiths she favors. As a bard, he is one that would work to appease a variety of different people, and she makes for a great icon with him. Now, he has a positive relationship, if I remember from pulling together his character.
Correct.
She selects heroes of great heart to brave the forces of evil for her and sends them into danger with miraculous blessings. Now, the way that the icons come in are there are different points in the role-playing aspects of this story, of this game, that you can call upon your icons for a favor and such. Now, in our usual Heroes of Desolation, I like to pull out a guild, which is more of a society, and say, hey, I'd like to pull in a favor for all of this network of people to help supply me with something or give me information. The Priestess is one that she might bestow some more sort of miraculous blessing upon things. In rolling these relationships, a 5 or a 6 gives you a token, which we don't have presently, but we have so many 6s. 6s are those that people can call in favors, that player characters can call in favors with really positive effect. If it's a 5, well, there might be some spice or some flavor into that our players might not enjoy, as Paul wears that delightful grin, because he's the one with the 5. We'll see what happens. So moving forward, those are our icon relationships. We've made some notes about it, and let's get started. I should also note this dog. I am so sorry. If there is a dog that pops up in the middle of here, it's Hank, the Harbinger of Doom. He is a puppy that doesn't know what is going on. We have mentioned an icon a few times, the 3. They were among the first dragons to walk the world. The red is a living engine of desolation and destruction. The blue is a sorceress, perhaps even the original mother of all sorcery. She is one that is present in the world, and as you might find out later, she's one that the Lady Fezrika was specifically tapped to conduct a mission. The black is the third of the 3. She's the queen of shadows and assassins. And unlike the great gold worm, who is also a dragon, and the great gold worm must fight alone, the 3 have joined forces. That is not quite verbatim because I said a word wrong, but that's a pretty good description of where the 3 are at. Now, given that we have so much allegiance towards them, ooh, goodness, we shall see how things proceed. So, the 5 of you have all been invited in a variety of ways to go on this mission. The Lady Fezrika and Wasraga, the 2 of you have been allies for some time, since you were both amongst the hunting of the Forsaken, correct? Yes. Hunters of the Forsaken, yes.
Yep.
Briseis was called in probably for a pot of gold. Mr. Roberts was contacted by a number of sources to tap him for this job. And Voria, who just, ignore the person behind the curtain, was also called in for her fighting prowess for such a job. The 5 of you come together and actually you are all contacted by one person, Julia Augusta. And this is where I'll put on our shout out to our one and only Phantom. Oh, goodness, I don't see the full Phantom of Truth. Are they even watching right now? Our good Phantom of Truth. Julia Augusta was named by our Phantom of Truth as part of our Patreon group. Julia Augusta is a dragonic patron who called everyone together looking for the PCs, looking for our character's aid in trying to acquire someone to her retinue. And the person that we're looking for, his name is Inigo Sharp. Inigo Sharp is not very well known right now, but the five of you all meet together, and Ms. Augusta starts to explain that she fears that the Worm-Blessed, the floating cloud city of dragons, overhanging part of the imperial capital, Axis, it's losing its ephemeral substance. It's going to fall, and who knows what kind of destruction may follow. Sharp once explained to Miss Augusta that he could devise that would some kind of machine that would multiply Worm-Blessed grandeur tenfold. And so Miss Augusta thinks it might raise the city of Worm-Blessed up back to where it belongs. It might even improve it. It might bring about some kind of prosperity that they might, who knows, but one way or another, Augusta wants him tracked down, wants to find Inigo Sharp and get him to work to ensure the continuation of structural integrity for the town of Worm-Blessed, the floating city above the clouds. At this point, not many of you know who Inigo Sharp is. There are a lot of rumors surrounding whether or not he's alive, but Ms. Augusta says he's definitely alive, no matter what the others say. Mr. Augusta says, my hunches are never wrong. He still lives. And this is a part from the introduction where I'd say let's start bringing in some of the role play as you were all meeting with Julia Augusta to learn about your mission.
So I assume have we all met? Have we done introductions? Do we need to meet each other?
You have done some basic introductions together, and that's part of what I wanted to bring in some of the introduction in the beginning, where I know we're also introducing ourselves to an audience. There's some pieces together that would have occurred around the table as well.
Cool. So I guess I would reach out to everyone and say, does anyone have any ideas as to where Inigo Sharp might be? I might even direct this towards Julie. Julia. No, it's Julie, right?
I have tasked a number of my spies to inquire with their contacts in trying to work with the imperial government and get intelligence about his whereabouts. I've received a letter. I won't say who it was intended for, but I do have a letter that gives some indications as to where he might be.
And can we see the letter?
I mean, eventually. But it's part of intelligence and part of some other pieces. I suppose that would be something helpful along your way.
She's a letter, but she won't let us see this.
So part of that piece.
Can you at least give us a starting point?
Yes, indeed. Just one moment. Forgive me, as part of this adventure includes a lot of pieces for how you can gear it towards different patrons and different folks and the way that different things go. So the letter is unfolded. Julia pulls it out for you and starts reading. To my dear friend Farragon, many things have been going along successfully with my experiments. And I'm hoping that eventually I can join you in Silver Cove such that we can continue some of our work together. Please give Millie and the rest my best wishes. Your dear friend, Inigo.
So we need to go to Silver Cove.
Yes, it seems that Silver Cove is the way to go. Now, I must warn you all. I have hired you through, I don't know, a scope of people I don't usually work with. I don't.
So we need to be quiet about us working for you.
Yes. Suffice to say, there's been a spy in my organization.
Screamer from the rooftops.
Not so much. Rather, some.
No, not what I normally do.
Let's. I don't know exactly who it is.
No, you tiny bard. We're supposed to keep it a secret.
How much are you going to pay us for this? Because you're making me work with other people, and I don't like people that much. So how much are you going to pay us?
At this point, Julia produces a large golden magic shield.
I immediately reach over and grab it to
That's
inspect.
mine! Put it back!
Abby, I love you.
Julia
reach
wrestles the shield out of Bryrus's hands and hands it to Wesraga.
Booyah. I immediately also hand my shield to Priestess as consolation for holding the gold shield.
You wee dwarf! I want the gold one.
Julia holds her
Okay.
hand out to you, Bryces.
You got me talking in an accent here.
I liked it. I liked it. It's good. Miss Bryces, hold on. And from another chest, she produces a delicate crown. It really just looks like a silver filigree in the shape of a circle. And she presents this crown towards you.
Snatchies.
That's in character.
Who does she hand the crown to? Is that to West Raga, me, or
No.
Greedy
Julia
here.
wrestled the shield from your hands, Rasraga, or excuse me, from Bryce's hands, and gives it to you, Rasraga. But then she pulls out this crown, this delicate crown of like a silver filigree, and hands it specifically to Bryce's. Now, Mr. Roberts seems to pop up and try to grab it. And he takes 2 damage. He's not sure what, but it feels like a tingling in all of his joints. Yeah. But
Oh, what is this? It's so beautiful.
So the crown, which seems to bear just 1 olive leaf on it, is something that will grant just a +2 to your AC while you wear it. Though it feels very light and ethereal, and you're not sure how it might affect you. Wesraga, the shield that you have, if you'll notice under your armor class, I put 2 numbers, a 19 and a 20. The 19 is without a shield, the 20 is with a shield.
correct?
So this magical shield will raise your AC to a 22.
Wow. Okay.
When you have it. So effectively, it gives a +2 to your shield's AC.
Okay. Sounds good.
And that's all that she tells you about those things. Ms. Priestess, to get back to your previous question, the payment for such a thing to find Mr. Sharp is really the restoration of a society, of civilization, of so many different things. How can you even... It's something that the great golden worm, in all of his wisdom, wills to be done.
But I don't follow the great golden worm.
I do.
I follow the 3. And so, civilization makes all these great things, but animals are still better than people. And you're making me be with people.
Then I'll give you each 300 gold.
I am pacified.
I think. Yeah, that'll work. Is this up front or is this after the fact?
After the fact. I can provide you with 50 gold apiece now, but there's much to be done. I can give you some different supplies if you're in need of something.
Yeah, supplies for the road.
Certainly.
I eat food.
Servants will supply that. And Paul, she hands you 5 tokens to take with you that bear the great golden worm upon them. And on the back, you see J.A., presumably for Julia Augusta. She says, if you give these to the right people, you should be able to secure further supplies.
Sounds good. Here, you should have these. You're the responsible one. I pass those off to Lady.
Oh, Lady? My name is now Lady.
That's what I call you.
At this point, Julia also impresses upon you there's more to it than this. Sharp Inigo has been working on a weapon that has untold damage against demons and other hellspawn. We need that to fight the good fight. Please make haste.
So we need to steal something from him?
No, we're rescuing him.
No, we need you.
Yeah, what are we doing here?
Oh my gosh.
So
Just
let
kidding.
him-
I understand what we're doing, like as a character, as a person, but as a character, I'm.
Mr. Sharp was taken against his will, and we're sure of that. My intelligence network was sure of that before I discovered the spy.
So we're rescuing him.
And he is one that was captured unwillingly. We need to bring him back. He will help us.
So bring him up the plant.
Let's go to this whole place, Silver Core?
Spirit Cove.
Silver Cove. Let's go to the Cove.
But which is the name of the plant?
Cove. That's the plan.
What?
I'm just trying to figure out what our options are here. Like, we can't get him, but we can get the plans. Does that work?
You silly boy, I don't know that we can get the plans without him, nor that we can make them work. Is your beard even real?
Both is good.
What?
When Julia reaches out to tug on your beard, oh, it is real. Go find this Pelgrane. Go find what he knows and where we might be able to find him. The best that I can find from my intelligence sources after the spy was dealt with judiciously is that Silver Cove is on the shore of the Midland Sea between Newport and Sharktooth Bay. Ferrigan's house is painted white. It's very round. And she writes this down on a script quickly to let you know. So, you've asked for some resources. You've gotten a few things. Have some direction. I've got a puppy chewing on my hand. You do not have a ship. This is something that you can travel by foot in the span of 2 or 3 days.
What time is it right now?
It's about midday.
So we're supplied up?
Yes.
Cool.
Wait,
I'm ready.
don't we have to go get supplies?
No, Miss Augusta's supplies start bringing things out, or excuse me, her servants start bringing supplies out for what you might need. And again, as we've pointed out a few different times with 13th Age, there's less of a concern about the specifics of said supplies, but as travelers, excuse me, and others along the way, you can say, yes, certainly, I have another torch and some flint and a bedroll and toilet paper. I don't know. We don't have to worry about.
Wow. We're advanced. We got toilet paper?
We're so special.
Sure. Okay, that's a special piece. Write it down in your inventory. You have toilet paper.
Toilet paper.
Yeah. Cool. So we're going to the cove. Let's do this thing. Are we gonna montage this? It's gonna be backwards.
Toilet
Oh my goodness. How did you know? We were going to do a travel montage. Paul, guess what?
I get to go first?
You will be first in describing a problem that the party is going to face. So you start with the problem, you're going to end with the solution. Hopefully you don't make it too difficult on your compatriots.
So what's fun about this problem is it happens immediately as we get to the street and we're about to leave. Someone gives me a glance that I perceive as rude, and I immediately go charging towards this person, shield first, as if I'm going to tackle them. That is our problem.
Am I bigger than you?
I'm pretty sure, I mean, with multiple characters, I'm not so sure that they would see this as a problem, but rather an opportunity for a fight. But yes, let's move forward. West Raga, shield forward, sword drawn, is charging a civilian in the street.
I should say it's not sword drawn, it's definitely just the shield, and I intend to tackle this person.
Or just bash them to bits.
So it's a problem.
Okay,
Yes.
so since we are familiar with each other, I am familiar in the ways of calming him down. And so I grab him by his cloak and pick him up since he's little.
Oh, that's mean. I'm fat, though.
And tell him to count to 10 and breathe.
Cool.
Okay. So the Lady Fezrika has found a way to woo-saw Wesraga. Now, what is the next problem that we're going to encounter?
What kind of terrain are we facing?
We are in a city. You all are in a city. Excuse me. You all are in a city, cobblestones, houses, shops, and all sorts of things around. Since Wesraga decided to attack someone just out on the streets. Close quarters combat.
Cool. And you said it's a 2-3 day journey to where we're going?
That's correct. The immediate vicinity of the city. You could just, make the problem outside the city after a day of journey.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna do that. And okay, so we're marching along and we come across this massive canyon, I guess. And we have to somehow, the bridge is demolished, so we have to somehow get across.
Demolished bridge.
There are people thinking, trying to determine who might be the best to solve this problem.
Got anything for us?
Sure, I will use my incredible tracking skills to find us a way around this bridge to the easiest way to cross the Gorge River.
Yeah, there's a river at the bottom.
Gorge with the river at the bottom. Yeah, I'm gonna find the deer trails and the mountain goat trails that they used to just scamper down the cliffside, and we're gonna follow that, and then go down to the gorge and go up the other side, and voila, we don't need a bridge.
Well done, and that was an excellent incorporation of a lot of your backgrounds. So, Abby, what is the next problem that the group faces?
We are going to face
Abby? Abby, what's the problem? Okay.
I'm trying to think because my brain just stopped, so it's getting ideas from the lovely people sitting next to me. So we're going to run into a band of thieves. Ready, go.
Very nice. A band of thieves accosts your group.
You got this one, Chelsea?
Okay, so my character, Varia, she's gonna solve this one with bandits attacking by nonchalantly taking her large crossbow from her back, yawning, and then she shoots, and it pins the leader of the bandits by the fabric of his shirt, and she says, "If my aim is that good, you better run." And they will listen after he yanks it out of the tree and gets to run, and they'll run.
Very nice. So what is the next problem that the group faces? Sorry, excuse us, somebody's ringing the doorbell. So that presents another problem for part of the group as Mr. Roberts wanders off. So all of the
Solve is, not solve, I'm sorry. My next problem is as we are traveling, I'm assuming we're getting closer to Silver Cove now, right? I am, what's the terrain closer?
I'm sorry, can you rephrase that in the form of a question?
What is the terrain closer, question mark?
What kind of terrain are we in?
You're on a coastline on a fairly well-traveled path. There are rockier patches and other things like that, but it's along a road. It's not overrun or foresty.
So it's a regular coastline.
Mhm.
There's
Sure, there's a beach.
Okay. So on the beach, there is a beached whale, and lots of people are starting to try to come around it. And there's a fight going on about whether people should eat it or free it. There's the two sides: eat it, free it; eat it, free it.
I have an idea. I have an idea. So this is on me to fix, right?
Yes, with the beached whale, and I've got a bad feeling this involves explosives.
No, actually. I will, being a bard, bust out my lyre and start playing "Put That Thing Back Where It Came From" or "So Help Me," and get the people to band together and push it back into the ocean.
Give him a weird point.
I mean, I'm pretty sure everyone was just in stitches at that moment. Oh boy. And so the people all band together and push this whale back into the ocean, and the whale swims off. And you see him leap out of the water,
I was gonna say,
and you see a rainbow out of the mist that comes out of his blowhole.
I'm totally dancing to this song. Like my character, as he's doing this, I'm like doing like the can or something, like trying to get my buddies in on it. Like, I don't know. Anyway, that's what I'm doing.
So you might have solved the problem of the whale, but I think you've also introduced the next problem of sidetracking everyone on this adventure. Rachel, how would you solve that?
Oh my god.
No, I believe that would be me.
You're right. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm pretty distracted. So, fortunately, though, because I am very enthusiastic about making sure we get to Silver Cove, that I'm like, all right, guys, let's go. It's time. Time's up. No more dancing. And I just like shoo us along. I definitely push around Brisis. Yeah, I get behind Brisis with the shield that I definitely took from her, and just like nudge her along with that.
I want to like smite him with the little crown I'm wearing. Let him feel the tingles.
I think I'm gonna avoid that and just carry out of there and start walking. Anyways, so we're at the city. Town? Is it a city?
A cove?
Is this a city or town in the cove? Or is it just a cove? You're on mute.
Chris, you're muted.
And the delightful program told me that as well, and yet I didn't listen to anyone until I got yelled at over here. So yes, you have arrived at the town of Silver Cove, unscathed, and fortunately with a bit of a spring in your steps after dancing to Mr. Roberts' delightful jig. So it is not hard for you to find Ferragrin's home. You see this white dome-shaped structure cut into the side of a remote rocky hill. You can see it from a long ways off. You also happen to see the shapes of a number of creatures, and it seems like they're attacking. You can't quite make them out, but you can tell from a distance that they are assaulting the structure.
Charge!
That's not cool. Hey, let's get him!
I'm bolting down the hill with my stubby legs.
I'll race you.
Bring it on.
I'm gonna run up beside Wes and grab him, and then just start running as fast as I can.
So, as a side note, one of my feats,
Toss the dwarf.
one of my talents, I should say, is Paladin's Challenge, where this doesn't
Hold
really.
on. Hold on. That's something that I believe needs to be used in combat.
It is. I'm not. I am just saying. As a non-actual Paladin's Challenge, I am a Paladin, and I am challenging her to a race to meet them at the bottom of the hill to stop whatever bad things are happening. Because, we gotta right this world. We gotta fix things, make things correct.
So what you're saying is you want her to focus so much on you that you want both you and her to have negative rolls against everyone else,
No.
negative rolls against each other.
That's why I said an unofficial thing where I am a Paladin and I'm challenging her, not a Paladin's Challenge. Let them not be confused.
Oh, I see. I see. So, as you all get closer, they all seem to be human. And there seem to be about 5-6 people as you jump into it. And what is the... I'm so glad that those two are within throwing distance of me, and I wish I would have prepared better by having things to throw at them. But moving on, all of you come in, and guess what? It is time to roll for initiative. So let's get going, people. You roll a d20. The initiative is listed under your dex. It's your dex bonus plus your level.
I got an initiative of 15.
Oh, I got 21.
10.
Rachel said 21.
That's a natural 20.
Yeah, I did get a nat 20. Does that make a difference when rolling initiative?
You get a bonus Chris point.
Yes! That's my favorite kind of point. I'm going to write that down, by the way.
Jack the Monster.
Chris point. where they're all made up and nothing matters.
Also, we decided if we need to take a 5-minute break so you can get an arsenal of things to throw, we accept.
Love it. Love it.
I'm feeling betrayed.
I have. Like refund. We'll be okay.
It's okay. It can be something like crackers or something. He'll just throw you snacks.
Marty,
Graham crackers. So if he throws it at me, I'm going to start eating them.
Yes, sir.
what are your initiative rolls, my friends? A 7 for Marty.
I have a. Wow, I have a 17. Is my dex really that low?
Yep.
Oh, my strength is okay.
Apparently. Okay, just really quick, I'm going to work up the initiative.
Hey, Chris. Can you let me know during the battle anytime, anytime you roll a 1 to 5, please?
Yes, most certainly.
Thank you.
There is also a certain fighter that might want to ask about how the enemies roll too. In case you haven't noticed, they're sitting over to this side of me, so I'm going to make a significant look over this way.
Yeah, well, here's my group.
Here we go.
We should have been goblins.
Also, as we're running up, do we notice anything exceptionally bad about certain people or anything like that? We know there's some humans that are attacking this building, but is there anything specific to that we need to know?
Yes, most certainly. So you notice that 3 of them are armed with swords. One has a club. One, you can't tell what they have. And the last seems to just have lawn darts. You're not sure why this guy is throwing darts at the house, but maybe he's just had a bit too much mead. Nonetheless, he's throwing darts. So I have my initiative order. We're going to get started off with Rachel, Lady Fezrika. So there are 6 foes around you.
Okay. Okay, I'm new at this whole like fighting with weapons because usually my characters have all spells, so just bear with me. Okay, so I think I'm just gonna try to hit the nearest one to me with my battle axe.
Okay,
Is that
just 1 second. Sorry, just trying to resolve some audio issues over here. Okay, so with your battle axe, go ahead and roll for the attack.
So I got an 18.
Great. You know what? I just realized in the way that I wrote things down once.
So do I do strength plus?
So your attack, I was just clarifying this. So it's your attack, whatever your roll was, plus strength.
Plus
No, that's
Tell me the number. Yes.
okay,
One
so
moment.
and then hits like this one.
okay, cool. You're
Right?
So yeah, so add your strength
Okay,
and your level
so-
modifiers, which for you is 4
22
to hit.
to hit.
You're unmuted.
It was a
Okay, so yours
It was a 22 to hit, is what Rachel was saying.
That
Or I'm
is
sorry.
beautiful. And yes, Paul, thank you very much. The correction that you were just talking about was very astute and not great in the way that I brought things up. So, bonus points to Paul. And it actually, now that's numerous places where people have gotten bonus points, and that will come in. So the closest one to you, you do hit. So go ahead and roll for damage.
Is this one, right?
Yeah. 1d8 plus 3.
D8.
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh, nice. 10 points of damage?
Yeah.
Excellent. 10.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
So,
what the plus 3 is.
oh, I see. Okay.
Okay. Okay, so next up in the order is going to be one of these human cell swords. Someone just banding themselves about. So, since Becca brought up this delightful way to do things, I would like. You know what? What I was going to do is pick people who colors are going against. But Becca, since you attacked this one first, or excuse me, Rachel, you attacked this one first off. Rachel, does a 25 hit your AC?
Yeah.
You're going to take 5 damage.
Oh, that's not. Okay.
Okay, and then next, Rachel, another one is going to try to attack you. Does a 12 hit your AC?
Nope.
Okie dokie. Next up in the order is Vorea Lee.
Rhea, are you going to kill something?
Oh, it's my
Jump on him!
Vorea.
Sorry.
You're Rhea.
Yeah, I remember when I said I was also a problem. I got my own freaking name, and I actually named her. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna try to hit things.
Can we give her a negative Chris point?
I have a negative Chris point. All right. I will.
Gotta help somebody's keeping tally of those because I'm not.
It's okay.
I am for sure.
Rachel has 1. I have -1.
You should just keep track for everyone for us.
Move.
I have 1.
With my back.
I've got 0.
Shoot.
Are there? Okay, so again, there's 3 with swords. There's 1 with a club, 1 that has nothing, 1 that has lawn darts like an idiot. Are there any in particular that you're targeting? Are you targeting the one that Rachel has been battling, or are you just going to leave it up to the roll of the die?
I don't. I'm gonna help. Right. I'm gonna help.
Lady,
Frederica.
Lady Frederica.
Yeah. So
Okay.
I'm gonna engage with her dude. Do we roll any kind of advantage on that? Do I get some bonuses? Is that a thing?
Nice.
Weaver.
I know, not specifically. Some of the fighters'
All right.
ability
Well,
to come towards that, but I don't know.
okay. I'm gonna try to be really impressive. So I'm gonna come in with a power attack.
Okay, good job declaring that beforehand.
Yeah. So now I rolled a hit, right?
Go for it.
No, honey. I'm confused. What do I? Is it my strength mod? Do I D20 plus strength mod?
Yes, correct.
Does a 16 hit?
Plus level.
Does a 16 hit?
A 16 does hit. How much? Roll for damage.
So that's 1d8 plus 3. I never can remember which one.
Oh, buddy.
This guy.
Oh, Hank.
No.
No, that's the D10. This guy.
Okay.
Okay, 1d8 plus 3. So that's
9.
a 9. Okay, so 9.
No, that's a 6. So you do 9 total.
Oh. 9 total.
Fabulous. 9
Okay.
damage.
I haven't
Continue
made
that dog
it.
out. Wait, what's the power attack there?
Oh yeah, I have my power attack. That's extra damage.
Mm-hmm. Is it a 1d4 at level 1?
You know, it would have helped if I actually had my power attack up.
Would have.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
Is it heavy blows? Is that what it is?
Yes. 1d4 additional damage per level if you're using a one-handed weapon.
Where are you finding this?
This is
Oh, there it is. Yeah, deal 1d4 additional, and I know
Roll
that
the
one.
caltrop.
Yeah, that's the one that kills me.
That's caltrops, yes.
All right, so that's 2 additional.
Fabulous. Okay, next up in the lineup is another swordsman.
Is it your
He's attacking on his buddy, and he comes after you. Does a 22 hit your AC? I know it does.
me?
Yeah.
I'm sure.
You take 5 damage. Paul Wesraga, you are up next.
Oh yeah, I'm here. I'm ready to fight. I am gonna charge straight towards the. Ooh, I don't know. Someone who doesn't have anyone around them, because I just want to beat up that.
People. So the ones with swords are the ones that have been attacked or have been attacking. There's a guy with a club, there's a guy with nothing, and a guy with lawn darts.
Lawn darts.
God help the guy with lawn darts.
Oh, I'm so excited about this guy with lawn darts. I'm gonna take them from him and use them.
It's a good
They will
goal.
become mine.
But let's start with charging him.
All right. Anyways, I am going to attack with my longsword, since that is my usual method of attack. And I do have my shield out, just so you know. And I'm going to be using my. Let me look for it. Oh, just kidding. I'm not going to be using that. All right. I'm going to use my longsword on it. I was looking at my Smite Evil class feature, but I don't want to do that yet.
Oh, no.
So, does a 17 hit?
You hit, roll for him.
Cool. So that's a D10. This is D10. I will deal 11 damage.
Not too shabby. So I will throw out there, Paul, just for your reference, one of the things I built into your character, the Way of Evil Bastards talent, is one which, if you were to kill a non-mook enemy with Smite Evil, you would not expend it for the day, and you'd be able to use it again. So you could theoretically deal out extra damage, and if you killed them, be ready to go again.
Right. My thought was, since it was the first attack, I didn't want to use that.
Yeah, sure.
Just in case. and I do plan on using that. That's actually why I paused just a minute ago, because I was like, oh, and I'm going to use, just kidding, I'm not going to use that. So, anyways.
And that's why I threw it out.
Oh,
nice.
I do have one clarification question for you, my DM. The Fearless talent, it says it gives you +1 to melee attacks. Is that damage, or is that just to hit?
As an attack bonus, that would just be to hit.
Okay, cool.
So you would have had an 18 essentially.
I also have a question.
Yes,
For a shield, do I have to like preface before a battle that I have the shield out, or is it like a quick action deal, or is it just assumed to be out?
It's more of how you're going into things. Drawing a weapon and things like that are typically a quick action, like with a shield and the rest. You've already engaged, so I would say you didn't mention it previously. If you wanted to bring it up this time, we could work with that. But more than anything else, as a paladin, it's probably something that I think we could safely assume you might have drawn with the other weapons as you were attacking.
Okay, I just wasn't sure. So thank you.
No, that's fine. That's fine. I know this is something different. We want to work towards it. I'm also monitoring our Twitch chat. I'm waiting for other shenanigans. Moving on. Okay, so the next in the order is another one of our people. So Paul, the gentleman, and I use that term loosely, with the club tries to attack you.
Ooh.
My word. You see him trip on the ground. You can't tell what he tripped on. He bashes you in the face. I mean, it very well could be. You couldn't quite tell what was going on earlier. But he does damage to himself.
Probably on the lawn dart.
It very well could be. Abby, you're up.
Excellent. So I am going to just shout out, "You be slubbering hedge-born barnacles! What did the house ever do to you?" And then I'm going to try and shoot one of them.
I love you so much right now. So much.
Amazing. Amazing.
So yeah, I'm going to try and shoot one.
Shoot away.
I got a 19. Woo!
Plus?
Plus 3, 22.
Who are you shooting at?
I don't know. We'll shoot at the club, dude. I don't think he's engaged.
He's engaged with the ground and his own club, so that's fair. You definitely hit him. A roll for damage.
Yeah. That's just gotta be
So
painful.
that's a good question for experienced GMs out there. How does one disengage from the ground? I'm going to say that's a standard action.
Well, I rolled an 8 plus 2, so I did 10 damage to the guy who's having fun with the ground.
I'm not an experienced DM, but I would think that because it's either in 13th Age, it's either a nearby enemy or far away, that because they're nearby, it would probably be a quick action. That would be my thought. I'm not a DM. I don't know.
But there would be a penalty.
I would say that the technique is similar to that of flying. You have to throw yourself at the ground and miss.
Okay, Douglas Adams, take it easy.
So what I'm thinking is, like you were saying, they are at a disadvantage.
Thank you, Mark. Spend an action. Yes, I agreed. It was a joke, and there you go, bringing in serious rules and other things like that. Of course, you would know.
We're being very technical.
Ruin all the fun. Moving on. So number 5, the gentleman who doesn't seem to have anything. Well, Abby, he raises his hands towards you, and fire shoots out from his hand. Does a 14 hit your PD?
Oh, yes.
Then you are going to take Oh, hang on, sorry. You're going to take 5 damage. There was an additional piece to read, and I just messed it up. 5 damage, Abby. Mr. Roberts, you are up next. John, I just don't know what to say to you right now. I see what you're saying in the chat.
John gets a negative Chris point.
Negative Chris points for John. Rook cat.
Be with me, John. Negative Chris point.
The negative Chris point.
Okay, Mr. Roberts.
Is it my turn?
It is your turn. I said that a minute ago. You're sitting in the same room as me. I'm gonna.
Engage?
Yes.
Yeah.
There's people.
Okay.
Yes, there are at least 3 people that are not currently engaged.
Okay, I am going to jump up and down and get one of theirs attention. I'm going to do a little razzle dazzle with my fingers, and I'm going to go. Do you know how a hobbit tests his inventions?
I'm sorry. What was the
Do you
thing?
know how
Legally distinct. Halflings are legally distinct.
halfling? Do you know how a halfling tests his inventions? He builds a prototype, and I'm going to cast Befuddle on him.
Okay.
Negative Chris point.
And fuddled. Great. Moving on. Number 6, the poor gentleman with the darts. He's going to spend an action to get up. Thank you, Mark. Back to the top of the round, and if only I had a lovely escalation die, it would be up to 1 now. So please add 1 to your attack rolls. Rachel, Lady Fezrika.
I would like to. What?
Go for it.
I would like to use my battle axe again and swing at the one that's closest to me that I think I'm still currently engaged with. Strength.
Yep.
Does 16 hit?
Yes. Roll for damage.
What is their AC since we've hit it a few times?
I'm not telling you. I don't have to tell you. I can just tell you when it hits or not.
It's
Okay.
8 points of damage.
Lady Fezrika, you kill this man with a sword. What happens? How does it look?
I think, okay, so I'm like swinging my battle axe frantically because I'm not really sure what to do, and it just kind of hits him in the head and he falls on the ground unconscious.
So you chop off the top of his head, or you... I'm confused.
I think what she said is she bludgeoned him with it.
Yes, correct. With the dull side of the axe. The flat end of the axe.
Okay, so you choose to take him down to a 0 to knock him unconscious. Okay, all right.
I'm going to pause that. Do you make him unconscious or do you kill him?
Yeah, I want to make him unconscious so we can talk to him while he's doing this.
Cool.
Oh, he goes unconscious, but is bleeding out of the other side of his head.
I tried. It was a valiant effort.
Rachel, evens or odds?
Odds.
He's dead, sorry. Okie dokie. Now for Mr. Sword Guy number 2. Rachel, he's coming after you. Fred, my friend, you killed. Does a 14 hit your AC?
Nope.
He swings at you, and apparently the tears have clouded his vision. He does not hit you. Vorea.
Varea.
Vorea, wait.
Were you calling me top?
Caltra.
I threw a D4 at you.
Anyway, I was actually ready this time. And I'm not going to do, or wait, how many are still up?
I think we can go back to the tape and see that you were texting while I was asking for you. There are 5 still.
Okay.
I dropped the truck.
Oh, Geta, really? Wow. Okay, there's 5 left.
There's 5 left. All right, so I'm gonna do a precision attack.
Okay.
Okay. I am not gonna do precision attack. I rolled a 4.
So plus.
Okay. 8.
That doesn't hit. Yeah, you're right. Moving on. Now, what's your miss damage though? It's going to be.
My miss damage is just 1 because it's my level.
Cool. Which one were you attacking? Okay, one of the sword guys takes 1 damage. Okie dokie. Great. It's on to sword guy.
You find it?
Who also attempts to attack Rachel. Rachel, does a 15 hit your AC?
It does not hit her AC.
Okay, so I'm going to miss. Moving on. Paul, guess what? It's your turn, my friend.
Woohoo! So I still have this guy in front of me holding the lawn darts, so I'm going to do my best to take him out. So I'm going to use my Smite Evil, which adds a d12. Hopefully, I can hit him. I most likely don't. Does a 11 hit?
Unfortunately, no. What is
Okay. It looks like me. Well, I'm going to say slapping this person's leg with the back of, or with the flat side of my sword, leaving a nice little red mark that deals 1 point of damage.
That's actually not accurate. If you would take a look, roll your 1d12. You're going to deal half of that plus 1 for miss damage.
Oh, I forgot. Smite Evil does half damage, even if it's a miss.
Yep.
Cool. Let me do that. And that's why you have to say it beforehand. I forgot about that. Okay. So that is going to deal a total of, let's see, 4 plus 3, 7 damage.
Actually, I think based on the wording, what would your normal damage be?
Let's see. My normal damage would have been, let's see,
1d8 plus 3?
14. That would be 17 damage if it was a regular hit.
So 1d8 plus 3 plus the 1d12.
Uh-oh.
I'm looking at it and it says.
Correct. So it was a
And
6,
you'll have
8,
damage
and
with-
plus
yeah.
3.
Okay, so we have 17 total.
Are you just drinking it?
We're gonna that, then I'll round up for you. That's 9 points of damage to Dark Guy because you were doing Smite Evil. I think that's what it says.
Right.
Excellent. Okay. The club guy, Abby, is going to go after you. Does a 16.
Oh, you dangerous fly-bitten harpy! What are you doing? Put that
Excuse me,
down
does a
before you hurt yourself.
Does a 17
down.
hit your AC?
No, put it down. No, it does not hit me. Put it down.
Abby, now he missed and it's your turn. Guess what?
Excellent. I told you to put it down. Now it's my turn to hurt you. I'm gonna try and shoot him again. Cool. Does a 16 hit?
Does hit. Roll for damage.
That would be a 6. A whopping 6.
How does it look when it's going?
Damage.
I'm going Oh, this is so mean. Okay, I'm gonna like shoot him in the lungs, so he's too busy trying to breathe to really move. And I'm gonna walk up to him and be like, I gotta tell you kindly, you should have sold while you could, because you're not for all markets. And then I'm just gonna leave.
That's some Scottish accent or some Scottish insult that I'm missing here, but that sounds really, that's terrible. Oh,
I think we've established Bryce's doesn't like people. And they were hurting the house.
who does like people? I mean, let's be honest. Okay, so guy number 5 does save against the intimidation of seeing his friend, well, with the popped lung. This low wizard tries to reach out and hit you. Abby, does a 16 hit your PD? You are going to take 4 damage. And let's see, I think nobody's close enough nearby for the spillover. Okay, next up would be Mr. Roberts. Marty. There's 4 left. 2 swordsmen, the wizard, and the poor fool with the lawn darts.
I'm gonna pull out my crossbow and shoot the wizard.
Okay, roll for it.
What am I adding? Is my modifier?
So it's going to be a dex modifier on there. So roll the d20 plus your dex modifier.
Okay, that's a 9 to hit.
You miss.
Plus,
And-
plus an escalation die, right?
Right at this point, which would be +1.
10.
Yeah, you miss. Yeah. Okay, number 6. Poor guy with the lawn darts has gotten up. He's going to throw in it. Rachel. That rolled off the table. I'm going to keep it.
That means you always have to keep it.
That's exactly why I stated that. Thank you. It does not hit you, Rachel.
Cool.
No missed damage. Because
Good
it's
try.
lawn dart. Rachel, top of the round, escalation die is now at 2. So add 2 to your attacks.
Okay, I'm gonna keep on just randomly swinging my battle axe,
Sounds like a great plan.
whatever is the closest. So here we go.
What are you doing?
Not good. 4,
Great idea. We've got everybody using Scottish accents now. Thanks.
You're welcome.
10 doesn't hit, does it?
Yours is really good. Unfortunately, no, a 10 does not hit. But what is
Okay.
your damage? Level, 1 point?
What's my level?
It is.
Yeah.
Oddly enough, Rachel, on the backswing of your swing, you just happen to catch one of the guys in the face. Who died? He had 1 point left, and that was what I said to myself at the beginning of the round. This one is the guy that's closest to her. So I'll just pick up the creative pieces. I mean, again, on the backswing, you slice him in the face, he falls over, and unfortunately, you didn't knock him unconscious either. Moving on, it is now Lee's turn.
Bummer.
Bring it on.
All right, I'm ready. Even though there's this dog. Great. I'm gonna attack with my I'm gonna hit my sword, long sword. At least I'm gonna try to. Ay, 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 ay. $14? Or is the escalation die at 2? So it's 15. No.
Yeah, it's a 2.
So 15.
So it's a 15. Did I hit or no?
Does not hit, sorry.
All right. Do 1 miss damage to the one I did 1 miss before.
Okay.
That mean it's a sword guy, or is it my turn?
No, unfortunately, because he was confused, he misses this round. So, Paul, it is your turn. Go.
Woohoo! Lawn Darts guy is still around, right? Sweet. I'm gonna attack Lawn Darts guy. How does a 18?
That's
Sweet. And I will do 7 points of damage. Seven points of damage. All
you
right.
see the 7 there. I mean, I wasn't showing things earlier, but I mean, the 1 missed point of damage and then the 7 points of damage. How do you put the poor long dart guy out of his misery?
Let's see. I am using my longsword, so I will slice into him, and then chuckle to myself and be like, "Yeah, long darts are mine." And I'm gonna start collecting a couple. That's a quick action.
Collecting long darts. Okay. Well, Abby, it's you're up. Bryce
Is there anybody still alive that we need to fight?
Well, okay,
There are
so
2 of them. There's the wizard and a guy with the sword.
Oh, the wizard fought me last time, so I'm going after him. And instead of just yelling stuff, I'm just going to be like muttering at him and be like, "You puny milk-livered mummit, why did you have to burn me? That hurt." So I'm going to try and shoot him. Oh.
oh god.
It wasn't a 1, but it was a 3.
So 1. Okay, you did something. Good job. I'm so proud of you. And next up, oh, hey, guess who it is? It's Mr. Firehands. Abby, does a 18 hit your PD?
Yes. And an infectious, dizzy-eyed codpiece.
Very nice. The insults are just rousing. Yes, 5 points of damage. And moving on to Mr. Roberts. You're not having luck with that wizard, Abby.
No, I am not, and I'm going to get him back for it.
I got the lawn darts.
You got the long dart. Yes, Mr. Roberts, Marty, you're up.
I'm gonna run up and just try to like shank him with my short sword.
No joke this time.
For those of you watching at home, I don't believe that shanking would be the appropriate term with a short sword. Shanking would be something with, a blade.
I'm halfling. Short sword is especially small for halfling.
No, when I wrote that down, I meant like a regular short sword, so it'd be more like a long sword for you, hand and a half for a halfling.
So do I get to roll hand and half damage for it then?
No, you just get to roll the short sword damage, what I wrote down on your character sheet, sir.
Okay. I am going to run up and just stabby, stab, stab, stab. Stab, stab, stab.
Do it. Just yeah, that hit. Roll for damage, please.
Well, he rolls for damage. How many of these lawn darts have I collected, and can I use them as javelins?
You've collected 4. They are daggers, so they are thrown, and they're a 1d4 damage.
What is the big number for attack? Why does one say 17, one says 14?
Yeah, what is that?
Okay, because I messed up in writing that down, attack should be roll a d20, add your strength modifier plus level to it. So when you're attacking with a melee, strength plus 1.
I did 8 damage. Unless the escalation die only affects my
Just the attack. Correct. Which is
But
still
it-
just at 2.
The wizard. Stab.
Yes.
You just kind of hear the step.
I was going to ask what the title of that song was, but no, I'm afraid to.
Is the basic ranged attack D20 plus Dex?
Plus X plus level. Yes.
Okay.
Okay, we are at the top of the round again, and the escalation die is at 3. Abby, you are starting. Or it's Rachel, you are starting. Wow, I looked at my list and it says your actual names, not your character names. I give myself a negative Chris point. Rachel, please go ahead.
We are taking note of that negative Chris point.
Go right on ahead. They don't mean anything.
On that note, she will roll.
Okay, I'm gonna keep. Is anybody actually near me?
You're all nearby at this point.
Okay, I'm just gonna like keep swinging, but like wander in the general direction of people.
Okay, that's that.
Okay, 18.
18 hits, evens or odds.
Evens.
I'm just picking who you hit. Okay, so you hit the wizard. Roll for damage.
Yeah, 7 points of damage.
Very nice. Wizard is definitely staggered at this point, guys. Lee Varela is up next. She's okay.
I'm handling this.
Coming back. Hank the Tank is going crazy.
So you want me to go while she's out?
It's okay. Mr. Roberts is handling the situation.
Okay.
Dog. Okay, so I can attack still? How many are still up?
2.
2? Is the one that I did 2 miss damage to still up?
I don't remember which one you dealt miss damage to, but you have a guy with a sword and a guy who's been shooting fire at Abby.
Okay. I'm gonna shoot the guy with the sword. Or not shoot, I'm sorry, I'm gonna run up to him and try to for my talent for power attack, is that only once per battle? Once per battle, okay, never mind. So precision attack. Oh, finally. 24.
That definitely hits.
Okay. So I gain a bonus to the damage roll equal to my dex mod, so that's only going to be I guess +1. So the damage is where's that D8? Okay. Oh, are you kidding? I got a 1, so that's 4. That's 5 damage.
Okay. Paul, give it a whirl, my friend.
All right, I'm gonna run up to Fire Hands guy and hit him with my sword.
Great plan. Straightforward, right to the point.
Yep, that's how I live. So, question: what's the escalation? Is it 3?
It is a 3, yes.
Cool. I hit with 17.
That does hit.
You guys are having a lot of fun with this. I'm loving it. Fire Hands. Okay, anyways.
I'm watching it on recently, but they're just weird.
Ideal.
I love that movie because it is a treasure.
8 points of damage.
Oh. How do you cure Mr. Firefingers? Cure, not cure, kill. It will kill.
I mean, death is kind of the cure for everything.
It is not.
I'm just gonna slice him again, and he's gonna die from bleeding, unfortunately.
Slice, die from bleeding. Okay.
Look at him afterwards, point at the sword, and go, Wakid.
You should write a song for it.
Marty, -1 point. Abby, it's your turn. I made the joke first, Marty. Abby, come on. There's one poor fool with the sword left.
Can I like take a?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do like a big sigh and be like, well, there went all my fun. And I guess I'll shoot at the last guy.
Great plan. You should do that.
Gosh darn it. I only got a 5, plus 3 is 8, plus 3 more is 11. And I don't think that hits.
Miss damage.
It is not, unfortunately, but miss damage, a whole 1 point, correct?
No, my bow does no damage.
Oh, it was a bow. You're right. Bows and ranged weapons are 0, unfortunately. God, I want to skip Marty's turn, but I guess it's Marty's turn.
So I'm gonna. There's still one guy up.
Correct.
I'm gonna run towards him, and I'm gonna on my way. I'm gonna be like, "Do you all know why the elves are so calm and collected?
Why?
They have plenty of self. Elf. I fucked that up.
Marty, language.
Sorry.
You're going to get booted from the game.
And I'm just gonna run at him and stabby.
It wasn't
Might
me.
get the negative point.
I'm sorry.
You know what? That's right. It wasn't leading.
So that's a 14 to hit,
Elf.
unless the escalation up again.
It is at 3. So what did you roll?
15. I rolled a 9.
Does not hit.
Plus 6, 15.
Okay, top of the round, Rachel. Escalation die is now at 4, which hopefully will help you. I'm about ready for a lightning bolt to come out of the sky and strike Mr. Roberts, but, let's just end this thing. You should be disappointed.
She's swinging at him.
I'm swinging continuously.
Excellent.
It's like we're still dancing to the
13.
to the song.
Ooh, we're at 4, right?
Yes.
Okay, so 17 hits?
Yes, it does hit.
Good. Okay, here we go. This is it, guys.
Marty just got so excited.
Somebody's excited over there. And
11 points of damage.
Very nice. He is staggered.
is your
dead?
smite roll or whatever?
Has nobody hit this guy yet?
No.
Oh, come on, guys.
He has been hit. He's now definitely staggered. And Varia is up. Lee.
Oh, wait.
My name is Brenda. God, I can't read script.
You are one of 2 people that picked their names for this.
I'm just rename me the problem. Okay. I am going to precision attack again since it's I can keep going on it. Wait, hold on. What does triggering roll mean? Does that it says triggering roll. Any hit with a natural 16 plus.
So if you were to roll your d20 and roll a 16 or better, did you roll a 17 just now?
No. I rolled really.
Rachel did. So for example, when Rachel rolled, if it was your roll, at a 17, you could trigger that ability and use it.
Okay, so it triggers. Okay, roll to see if I can even qualify.
Yeah, see, Abby's nodding because she's played a fighter in the other.
Okay, so I got a natural 10. So I added, that's 10, 11, so 13, 14, 15, 16. Is the explosion at 2 or 3?
4.
18.
You hit.
Is that a certain?
No, it's not. It's a natural 10, not 16 plus.
Oh, with a natural 16. Okay, so then I just do a regular hit. Okay.
You hit though. Roll for damage. You just don't get to trigger your abilities like carve a opening. So close. Oh, so close. Excellent. Excellent. Okay. He's going to attack you.
Me?
Yes. It's going to attack Rhea.
What are you all doing?
So
We were talking about raining fire fingers and just like weird stuff. Anyways, I'm sorry. Please continue, Chris.
That's a nat 20. So you're going to take 12 points of damage.
Okay, what's 28 minus 12?
Oh, you're up.
All right. Even though this guy does not have fire fingers, I am still. And since I'm not right up against this person, I am gonna attempt to throw my lawn darts because you got to try them if you got them, right? So here we go, lawn darts. Here's my attempt.
Right?
How does a 17?
17 hits. Roll for damage. It's, like I said, it's like your, I believe on yours, you've got a, yeah, so you would do 1d6 plus 2.
Yeah, so I add 2 to that. So I'm going to deal 4 points of damage with this lawn dart, and it kills him! Heck yeah!
No, that was my kill.
Oh yeah, it's going to go like right, just like right. No, I'm going straight for the chest.
Chest, okay. Yes, you are right. That does. You killed him with a lawn dart, and
I'm so proud right now.
Don't sound so
Like
disappointed,
a
Chris.
lot coming out, but you just hear kind of a.
Wes Braga is going to start doing what he was doing earlier.
It's what they call a throwing it in. That's not even this guy. Okay.
I'm gonna start.
All right. Anyways, I'm celebrating. I'm also gonna, since I officially killed the last person, I'm gonna walk up to him, get that lawn dart back because it's lucky.
Just then, a bolt of lightning strikes the lawn about a foot away from Mr. Roberts. You're not sure what just happened. And as soon as the last guy falls and hits the ground, there's just silence, and you can hear the door open, and you see a guy poke his head out. You were just in time.
Are you? What's your name?
What's your name?
I have the lawn darts.
That's not your name. Is your name Lawn Dart?
No, I'm just saying I have lawn darts. Do you have lawn darts?
Ignore the surly dwarf.
Okay, Lawn Dart boy, it's okay.
I'm Priestess. Who are you?
Very good. You came just in time.
Again, I saved your house.
I'm very certain of that.
Lawn darts here just saved the house.
No, you killed the people. I saved the house.
I'm pretty
All
sure
right.
he took those lawn darts off of the dead guy and then threw it at another guy and made him dead. But just come inside.
Yes, please.
Come in.
So we.
So Farragut invites you inside, gives you an opportunity to just rest a little bit. He offers you tea, but all the
I take tea.
who wants tea?
I do.
I don't drink it.
Quick. He kind of fumbles about and grabs a little tea set, just throws out some cups. They're kind of shattered and other things. You see his hand shaking with the teapot. He tries to pour, and there might be just a little bit left in there, and he wanders off into the other room. But he's human, you can tell. His hair is silver. His hands are just shaking. But what you really notice is that his teeth are bright white. It almost seems like they glow in the dark. He comes back into the room, and he comes carrying another teapot, it seems, and he tries pouring it into the cups again. It doesn't quite work. So, who was it you said?
Julia Agosta sent us to.
No.
What?
She said not to tell anyone.
This is why you should not be interacting with people. Animals are way better. I'm gonna go sit in the corner and pout.
Well,
Oh no, I know Julia. Julia's good. And the great golden word. You see him reach for a cookie, for crackers on the table, and he brings it up to his mouth and then just shakes his head and puts it down. I actually fed some of that information to one of her men. It's okay. You heard about Inigo, aren't you?
we are here about Inigo. You know where he is?
We were partners once.
Is he drinking anything or eating anything at all?
He's not. You
don't
see
think-
him hold the cup and kind of shake and then set it back down.
He's dead.
So, Mr. Piergan, do you know where this Inigo Sharp might be? We're trying to save him.
I
have the lawn darts.
I'd rather just paint my watercolors, but you. I mean, it's a lovely coastline, isn't it?
Let's circle back around. Inigo Sharp. That's who we're looking for.
Why are you pointing those lawn darts at me, boy?
I'm not pointing them. I'm just holding in a direction.
My days as an inventor are behind me. It's all with the rest of it, but he did bring something up. He reached out recently. I don't know.
So, am I getting the feeling that maybe like all of this guy's days are behind him, at least his natural ones?
Do you want to roll for perception?
Sure.
Go
Is
ahead.
there, are there insight checks in this game? I can't remember. Or is it just perception?
That's whatever the demon decides.
Yeah.
I would say perception at this point, probably add your intelligence modifier, I believe.
Oh, that's not good.
I would also like to know if he's like trying to skirt the topic. Well, I can kind of tell he is.
An 8.
I think this natural save is 11. So.
Yeah, 11s are usually where it's at for the natural save. Marty, you're not quite sure. Paul, are you rolling on this?
I was asking if I can.
Yeah, go ahead.
So that'll be a 14 for me.
Paul, you can tell that he's alive. His teeth don't seem natural. He seems to be an older man who's very shaken up by the things that happened.
In the midst of my pouting, can I notice anything?
What'd you roll?
A 19.
Natural, or wait, no, it's not 20, sorry. I mean, it's about the same. You definitely notice he's not eating, he's not drinking. Again, his teeth seem to be unnatural, but there's something about what's going on with whatever else. He's probably in shock.
I would like to pour him some tea. That's all.
He would accept the cup from you and just kind of hold it there. Spills a
Has
little.
something happened recently? Can we help you?
6 guys were trying to kill me, and then they're dead. And now you're here. I'm just... Oh, here we are.
Yes, but can we help you?
Didn't you say something about Julia? Julia, yes, Julia. Inigo, And he stops for just kind of a moment. He just seems to freeze for a second. Then starts right back up into it. We used to be working together. Sharp was so bold. We used to be partners. We worked for... You don't want to know who we worked for. He's the one that helped me make my teeth. See? And they're shining and just kind of a natural. We would put them all together. I don't eat or drink anything. I'd ruin them. They'd be bad. But we always had a way to escape these people. We always had plans. We always had other things going on. And Trev he always knew some way to get out of things. He said he could sidestep mortality. I thought he was full of himself. He said he only had a few technical points, and he didn't tell me one day, and he disappeared. I was punished. He made it look like it was me. They thought it was. And at that point, he starts curling up, almost in a, almost like he's going in a fetal position. Something else is going on, and you might not believe it, but I talked my way out of that situation. I came here. I got away. I don't know whatever else is going on. His teeth are not silver. They're just glowing white. It's kind of weird. Something else. Yes, of course I'm watching the chat. Jeez. But Fergan was just saying that he just wasn't sure what else was going to go on and how things were going to reverse. But then he got word that Sharp was still alive. He got some information, and was it a card? Was it a it kind of freezes up at that point.
So you got a card or a letter?
Is there something in your teeth?
He sent me something. My teeth are perfect. I haven't eaten anything in years. Don't worry about it.
How are you alive?
Do your teeth provide sustenance, and can I have them?
He lifts up his shirt. You see a feeding tube just right into his stomach. Puts it back
Gross.
down.
So you have a letter, a note?
No, he didn't send it. He didn't send a note. He sent a boat. There's a boat.
Oh, I'll take the boat.
You can't take.
I always wanted to try my hand at being a pirate.
Does the boat?
No, you can't just take the boat. You have to sing a song. It's this.
Oh,
We have a singer. He's a bard.
What's the song?
You can't go. Don't hurt him. You can't go and hurt Inigo.
What?
No, we're not hurting.
You,
We need him.
I thought Julie was trying to kill him.
No.
that's so cool.
We want to save him.
So, I won't get anything more. Wait. Innocent
believe-
thoughts again.
I'm
He
gonna
bent down into this teacup.
just gonna reach up and like poke his face. Hey.
Oh, boat, song. So you're not
So
gonna hurt him.
boat go?
Okay, so he starts to write some different things down. He starts writing on this notepad that you're not sure where it came from. He says, okay, first you have to go down this cliffside to be able to get down to where the boat might be. There's some illusion spells, but I mean the gnomes that owed me a favor, they'll be able to. This is where the songs and the other things come in. Do you know the Ballad of the Stone Girl? That
Nope.
bard, the one with the lyre.
The liar? Yep.
Do you know the Ballad of the Stone Girl? You're with a stone girl.
Is it a giant song? I know many giant songs.
It's a dwarf song. Doesn't your dwarf friend know the Ballad of the Stone Girl?
I know that's
Roll for me. It's going to be an intelligence skill check. So add your intelligence modifier.
What was that song called?
19.
You absolutely know it. The Ballad of the Stone Girl.
Now, I may have to try and remember the original lyrics because I may have changed some.
So something about her having mountains.
Oh, yes.
I've heard that.
Yes. Are they Perky Mountains?
Snowcap.
Okay. That's the line you heard. Okay.
I'm uncomfortable.
I bet you are.
I'll take you to the boat now. So he starts to lead you down there.
Boats.
Boats and hoes.
That's not at all the song. Does he really know the Ballad of the Stone Girl?
I don't know. Why don't you even recite it?
I'm hoping he does. However, if you could write it down for us just to make sure he does have the lyrics correct, that would be ideal. Also, where does this boat take us if we start singing to it?
It'll bring you to Inigo.
Okay. Cool. So we just need some lyrics. Our goal is to protect this guy, Inigo. So if you can send us on our way, that'd be ideal. If you have anything to give us, that's also ideal. If not, we are ready to go rescue.
So there's a boat. That's about all I have. And he leads you. You follow him down there. He leads you down into this cove. And there's a boat sitting with this. It's not quite hidden. It almost looks like rocks on top of it, but you can see the bottom side of the boat underneath. He says, "There it is. There you go." And he tries to shove it a little bit. Starts trying to sing a little bit, but he doesn't seemed to get the words right and said something about a mountain and some other, don't know, whatever else. I've forgotten it.
I'm willing to bet our bard can fill in the rest. But if you can give him any other information, that'd be ideal.
There's a boat.
You
It
also
came from Inigo.
about the cliffside path with illusion spells on it.
That's where we just went to the boat.
Oh, I missed that part. We actually went down the cliffside
we
through the
walked.
illusion spells to the boat.
Yes, he led you to it. The illusions didn't seem to be that not quite intact, but he brought you there. And he slaps the side of it. It doesn't seem to go anywhere.
Okay.
Your friend says you like it.
You.
Would you like to come with us?
No, I'm just drinking ale.
Sing it. Make it work. Do the thing.
Okay, I'm going to start playing my lyre and sing the song.
And as you do, the boat, the illusions fade away from it. The boat lifts and moves down into the water. And even though there's waves kind of slapping against the side of everything else, the boat is staying steady and level. It's not being swept out. Nothing else is happening. And then
I'm going to take we're into the boat because I don't want it going away without us on it.
Yeah.
the boat's still short right there.
Firgan, would you like to join us? I have darts. We can play games.
No. You go on. Send to go my best. And when you all come aboard, there's no sails, there's no oars inside, and it just starts heading off.
We're going on a trip.
And as you're heading off, you hear Fairborn go, you'll need to be careful out on the Strangling Sea. Mind your P's and Q's. And Priestess, you remember that you know about the Strangling Sea. You've heard about it before, since you've spent some time on the seas.
I would have got marooned.
Right, something like that. But basically, the currents of the sea bring in all of these plants that all come together in this giant mass. People stay away from it. Their boats stay away from it because basically, whenever anyone gets close, it's hard to really find on purpose, and it traps ships. People don't usually get away. And you can walk on it, they say. Sometimes you just fall through. Sometimes you hear that you get pulled in. And as you all are taking this journey out, it only seems like a few hours as Priestess is telling you these different things. And suddenly you wind up there. She says something about eels that attack you. There's druid tales that Mr. Roberts has heard of with magic and zombies and that somehow taking over the mat. Vorea says she's heard about killer whales. Something about sea elves and other things. Y'all have heard a few different pieces about it, but sure enough, just when you're not sure you're going to find it, you crash into the side of the Strangling Sea, of an expanse of green. That's about all you can see. So at this point, it's a good place to put a pin in our adventure for the next time, as you've wound up at the Strangling Sea.
Exciting.
Exactly. And for you, my delightful adventurers, you can definitely make an incremental advance this time. You can add that in for later. We can talk about that more in a bit. Overall, we are so glad that you joined us this evening for shenanigans. We'll be back next Monday for the second part of our piece with the Strangling Sea. You can also catch us Friday for It Gets Worse, Adventures in Gabricon, D&D 5e. You can join us on Tuesday and Thursday for Ulysses International Channel. We had a great time with you this evening. We wish you good health and great games. Awkward waves.